Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Sit Down. You are here with the host, Sydney, and today I got two new co-hosts with me. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Dre. Thank you for having me.
For sure.
I'm Mario. Thank you for having me.
For sure. And on today's topic, I want to get into the Miami Dolphins. Now, they play the Seahawks coming up, but we got to talk about this Tua injury. And having all these concussions and stuff, people starting to speculate maybe Tua should retire. Should he or should he not? How we feeling?
I think he should retire at this point because you getting hit 24/7.
Right.
But with that, I feel like number one is football. It's an aggressive game.
Right.
Is you getting hit, you might be getting punched, tackled, you getting hit in your, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. It's an aggressive game. Plus they've been doing this since years, like since they was kids, everything. So I feel like it's, you know what I'm saying, they used to stuff like this. Now obviously you know a concussion is bad, but it's football. If you don't like it, NBA. You know what I'm saying?
It though, a quarterback don't. You got a good O-line coming from, I say, high school all the way up to the NFL.
Right.
You don't get, if you got a good O-line, you ain't getting hit that much. So I can see why concussions can happen more consistently. But if you getting high school, you ain't getting hit like that or ain't getting hard. Cool.
But this ain't high school though. This is the big league. You know what I'm saying? They trying to do whatever they can get to do what you got to do to win. This is gonna be like that with every game. Do what you got to do to win. You got to get somebody a concussion.
But listen,
hurt that man.
No, it's not even that. Tua just don't know how to slide. Like, I can't think of a time where I've seen Tua like slide. Like he takes these unnecessary hits. Like the reason that he is concussed now is because he took that hit from DeMar Hamlin. Mm-hmm. And it's like if he just learned how to slide, then maybe he wouldn't be in concussion protocol where he is now.
Yeah, that is his fault because you look at what he did. He dove right into that man.
I don't think he should retire. Backtrack to your question. I don't think he should retire, but I think if he gonna keep playing, he should take the proper recovery steps so that way he can come back, if not the same, better than how he left. You know what I'm saying? Because a concussion, that's a heavy hit. So,
but the thing is, this stuff is starting to happen every year, and it's like seeing it, like you get tired of it because it's like. You would think after you take so many hits, you'll start to learn like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that. But he don't. And the same thing happening over and over. And if he come off an injury protocol and he get back to playing football and nothing changes, same thing gonna be happening over and over and over. To the point where the man ain't gonna be able to remember the names of his family. Kids, do all this, do all that.
I know what it is. He want that money. That's what it
is. He's playing for that
$1 million. That's what it is.
The money not worth it though.
I mean, if
like,
you got
the money not worth losing.
He playing
Antonio
for the check.
Brown is,
but at least he getting injured for doing something. You know what I'm saying, that he liked. You know what I'm saying.
But
I ain't saying go out and kill yourself trying to. You know what I'm saying. Make some money playing football. But if you get injured doing something you like, then the injury is an injury. You gonna recover. He ain't dead.
Right. But the way that he is taking them hits, he gonna get close to it, man.
He ain't dead.
He gonna get close to it.
Okay, well, when that comes,
you got to be more cautious, man.
When that comes, we will jump that fence when it comes. Until then, I say play until you cannot play no more. Till you physically can't play. Well, in his case, mentally cannot play no more.
So you say take the Antonio Brown route?
Yes.
That's so crazy. No.
Can't do that, man.
Play until you can't play no more. Because when he retire, what you gonna do?
What you got to get mental health.
He's just gonna be drowning in money.
Nah,
but that's not worth losing money though. Like that's not worth losing like part of your brain, man.
That's your whole mindset. Go and restart it all over again.
It's just a little concussion.
No, it's not.
It's not a little concussion.
But he on concussion protocol,
right?
That's something
and he
serious.
on concussion protocol because of all of these hits and all these concussions. All I'm saying is he just got to learn.
But you can get that in any sports, like John Collins, Anthony Edwards. They put that man on concussion protocol. You could get that in every sport. Now I see what you're saying. Like, okay, he had multiple, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But that can happen it's more common in football, but that can happen in any sport. He could be playing basketball, running track, he could fall, hit his head, like he could do anything. That's just what comes with playing sports in general and just being a competitor. And in general, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get injured. You know what I'm saying? So
and I understand, but what I'm saying is it's happened to. I've seen more concussions happen to Tua specifically than a two maybe 3 year span than I've seen any other player. And if you go back and you look at it, some of it isn't his fault. Like the concussion that he got against the Bengals, that wasn't his fault. But then you look at the one that he had against the Bills, where you could have slid, but you're right. You could have slid, but you decided not to, and now you up in concussion protocol to like this early in the season. Like the Dolphins finna go play the Seahawks.
I definitely say, play it safe. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna play, you know what I'm saying, at least don't try to get a concussion. Like that's not the goal. But I mean, he out right now. I say he just need to take the proper steps to getting the good recovery and just, you know what I'm saying, if the recovery take long, just take it so that way you can come back better and then just learn from the mistakes at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand that. I get that. And to close on that, really, it's just more like protecting yourself. Protecting yourself. If we see more guys like Lamar Jackson and Tua protect themselves, we wouldn't have to have this topic. But it's like when you're in the moment of stuff like that, you're not thinking about stuff like that, and you can't control that. But yeah, but I want to get on another team that expectations was like, high, with the quarterback coming back. But, to start the season, they ain't been too good. I want to talk about the Bengals. And I want to talk about that Chiefs game, specifically last week. I fit the Bengals this close. And, bro, I don't like, what you doing. Because I know you like them Chiefs and stuff. But listen.
Boys.
No, bro. The Bengals... Every time, like they got bailed out. No,
don't want to
hear it. A win.
No,
a win. It don't matter how you got that win.
I don't want to hear
it. The Bengals did it to themselves. The ref seen and they threw the flag. They did their job.
No, bro.
You just don't like
a win is a win. That's like,
bro. That's like, hey, no, go ahead, bro.
That's like if you're hooping. It don't matter how you get that 3 points. It don't matter how you get that 2 points. As long as the ball goes in the nets. No, it counts, right? See? So a win is a win.
No,
a win is a win.
No, that's not how I see it, bro. It's just I don't like. You look at like the Bengals, like the way they played in that game. Like Joe Burrow looked good. Like Patrick Mahomes played horrible. That was the worst game Patrick Mahomes had in his career, and they somehow still won. And it's like when you look at stuff like that, and you look at this Bengals team, it's like what's going on inside. Like the locker room, what's going on in the practice fields. And a player that I want to point out is Jamar Chase. Like, we look at Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is still one of the wide receivers that did not get paid over the offseason.
Right.
And he wants to be looked at as this, he wants to get paid as the best wide receiver in the NFL. But the way I look at it, I think Jamar Chase got a lot of like character issues at the moment, and I feel like stuff like that is gonna hold. So
when you say character issues, like
what he had against like that outburst that he had against the Chiefs against the ref, which cost them a flag,
right?
And then the way that he talks to the media about certain things.
So like just like high ego.
I don't even think,
or like just like his mouth and outbursts and stuff like.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a mentality. I don't even think it's a high ego thing, but I feel like Jamar Chase. At the moment, is like holding that Bengals team back. And it's like the more clips I see is Jamar Chase talking to the press.
So you think if they let him go, the Bengals...
Nah, I don't think...
that. They got to discipline him.
Right.
They discipline them, then I see them winning more games, being close to winning games.
It's something that Zach Taylor, as a head coach, has to like install into like Jamar
So that's
Chase.
He's just one of their flaws.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I feel like that's like the biggest thing right now. Because I feel like when you got character things going on off the field, it's going to affect.
It could translate on the field.
Yeah,
and mess up the.
And it's like that's
team chemistry going down the drain.
Exactly, and that's something. I feel like that's what's holding the Bengals back, like right now, like the most.
Most definitely.
And it's like if they figure that out, and like Jamar Chase, because I feel like the biggest thing Jamar Chase like has going on right now is that contract. He's still not paid. He wants to get his money. He agreed to, still play without the contract. But I feel like it's like a front office versus player.
Man, I don't know what they thinking. You gonna have to give me. You gonna have to pay me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they be doing. But I mean, it's still. I mean, at least he still get to play. Like, I mean, his outburst. obviously they gotta, like you said, they gotta discipline him more, get on him like, you can't say this, you can't say that, because that not only does that reflect you, that reflects the team, because they gonna look at you, then they gonna start looking at the team, like you said, what goes on in the locker rooms and stuff like that, the coaching, just the whole organization.
I feel like he shouldn't be getting paid that much because I feel like there's more people he still need to overcome and be, I wouldn't say better than, but stat wise better than.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got Justin Jefferson. He's starting to pop off a lot more. Well, not a lot more. Not
basically, you're saying it's people that he needs to outshine to be at the top.
I feel like you're not the best wide receiver in the league, so I don't think you should be trying to get paid like the best wide receiver in the league. And a lot of that's going on, with the quarterback market right now. It's a lot of like top like Trevor Lawrence. He not a top quarterback. He not top 5 right now. He not top 7, 8. But he one of them. He a top 5, top 7, top 6 paid quarterback, and it's like that's the thing that's going on right now in the NFL.
They all care about money. That's
they just
they don't even care about the game no more.
Yeah,
they just know they good at the sport and just want to get paid more money.
Exactly, but it's like you look at stuff like that, and you wonder, like, for this Bengals team, like, they play the Washington Commanders coming up, and they got a good dual threat quarterback, Ricky Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
All I'm just looking at is what's next.
Yeah.
Just what's next. What else do they, like, what else can they, bring to the NFL?
Yeah. And it's like, I kind of want to talk about, like, rookie quarterbacks so far, like, starting, like, going into the season. Like, Jaden Daniels, these first, couple games that we've seen, we've seen some ups, we've seen some downs. Caleb Williams, we've seen.
With enough time, I feel like he can blossom into his role. Like, I feel like he could be, time, practice, dedication, he could be raw. He'd be, with enough time, he'd be raw. He'd be
I feel like with Jaden Daniels, how I look at Jaden Daniels, I kind of look at Jaden Daniels how I looked at Justin Fields, because Jaden Daniels and Justin Fields, like, they're like that dual threat quarterback. Jaden Daniels to me is a better passer, than Justin Fields is. But it's like, you look at that Washington team, I think it takes a little bit like more talent, getting some more skill guys in there, and developing chemistry as the weeks go by in his rookie season, and then he could turn into something for real. And you look at what's going on in Chicago right now with Caleb Williams. It's not what everybody thought it was. We know that there was going to be some rookie slumps, but we didn't expect Caleb Williams to come out so far and throw under 100 yards one game, and then the next game no touchdowns, 2 picks.
Right. They think rookies gonna come out being pros.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's the fan base. I feel like the fan base puts so much pressure on the quarterback nowadays.
Or they overhype a person, and then it's like when you actually see a person play it, just be like what are y'all hyping up?
Yeah.
They want the new quarterback to fulfill the shoes of the old quarterbacks they had in the past.
And then it's just too much pressure on the new quarterback, and now they can't fill the role all
right,
the way.
They still young. That type of stuff still getting people heads. They be like, oh yeah, I could come in this league. I'm finna throw 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Boom, go home, win. But that's not reality.
Well, they'll win one game, get cocky. Now the next game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then it's like looking at that Chicago team. It's still like certain flaws inside that team. Like that O-line still does not look like a good core. And we're 2 weeks into the NFL season, and Bears already got multiple players on injury report. Right. Keenan Allen is out again this Sunday against the Colts, and it's like you traded for
how long?
He week to week right now.
Week to week.
So you traded for a guy like Keenan Allen, who you were looking at this wide receiver group going into the season. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze. Now at the moment is DJ Moore and Rome Odunze, no Keenan Allen. But it's like it's one of those high risk, high rewards with trading for a guy that's that old and Keenan Allen. But I feel like what's going on with Chicago is, I think you get that it starts like in the trenches with the O-line, and like you get that interior O-line figured out. Like you get your guys healthy and stuff, and it's like as the weeks go on, we could fairly evaluate Caleb Williams as a true quarterback. And like that's what I'm feeling like. Really, it's just I feel like that's how we should look at like quarterbacks like around the league.
Right.
Like we should look at the skill guys that they got, but we should also look at them as a player, but also the factors that contribute to them being able to be a good quarterback, and then stuff like that. That's how you figure out your rookie of the year, and then that's how you figure out what team is going to be good, and then what teams is going to be bad, what quarterback is going to be good, what quarterbacks is going to be bad.
Right.
But yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in for a sit down. Real good episode, chopping up some good football. If you like the episode, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Social medias will be in the description below, and I'll tune y'all into the next episode.